The younger generation are just so lost. They're unprofessional. They think working is beneath them. They think they're smarter than they are because they were born with the internet. They have no work ethic. It's crazy.
We need to bring back being professional. And I'm mostly talking to the younger Gen Z crowd. And I
No, I 100% agree. I hire pretty young women for the donut shop and older women. I have like three women that are like 60 and over. And then I have three girls that are like 21, 25-ish or so. Right? The younger ones, I had one girl that had fire. She came in to work with a crop top. We're a donut shop. We're a family friendly donut shop. Why are you wearing crop tops? Why are you wearing clothes that are so revealing and at the I just I can't even I can't even say anything because people are just so unprofessional.
know I probably look like I'm a part of that. I'm actually almost 27, if you would believe it or not. But I've been talking about this with many people recently, people that I work for, friends of mine, whatever. There's so many problems with the younger generation coming into this professional field, any professional field, really. Like the way they format emails.
Okay, the formatting emails thing, I'm trash. Definitely trash myself, so I can't say much about that one.
You guys are emailing like it's a text. Emails need to be professional. They need to have a subject, an intro, an ending, a signature. You can't just be like, okay, great. That's a text. That's not an email. And also, there's a lack of taking initiative. I feel like
That one's huge, the taking initiative thing. I had a lot of girls just kind of sit there and stand there and wait till they were told to do things. It's like, girl, we gave you a list of things that needed to be done for the day. We trained you to do things. Stop sitting there and waiting for me to tell you to do that. Go do that. Like, it hasn't been done yet. You're on shift. Get these things done.
all the interns I'm bringing on and all the young people I'm working with are just doing exactly what they're told.
Yep.
I'll ask them, for example, I work in a lot of like marketing and social media.
It's like, can you stock the fridge? And they'll stock the fridge, and then afterwards they just sit there. I'm just like, there's other things to be stocked. I said the fridge because that's the most apparent thing you can see, but there's
Fields, meta ads, you name it. I'll ask them to make a video. I've never once had them make me three and be like, I made these, pick your favorite one, let me know your feedback. Like, or they never said, okay, I love that idea. I'm also thinking maybe we could do that. There's none of that. It's just black and white to them. You guys have to start taking initiative. I just got my biggest retainer freelance client in the last week, my highest rate, my most exciting project yet in the last few months at least. And I asked him, I met with the CEO today. I had only met with him over Zoom. I met with him today and I point blank asked him, why did you decide to work with me? Like, you hadn't even really seen any of my work yet. We hadn't met in person yet. What made you want to move forward? And he was like, you took initiative more than anyone I've ever talked to, like more than anyone else in the interview process.
So what she's saying is completely right, and it's very funny because even after posting this video, when you look at her comments, because obviously I like to see the comments, and the comments give me some insight on if I want to react to it. And the young people were like, "Pfft, I'm not doing that." Pfft.
exactly, that's the whole young people attitude. I'm too good to do that. I'm too good to be professional. Pfft, why would I have to do that? I have the internet. I know better. It's like, you motherfuckers. Like, I just want to Sean Connery these motherfuckers all the time.
Man, skip that. When you pay me this wage, then that's when I'll start showing initiative.
Exactly.
No, you're not.
You're
You're not
not.
going to do anything different. You're not going to be any better because you are who you are regardless of where you at. And
Exactly.
so for me, I'm going to deliver. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be awesome. And I don't care if I'm working at a fast food place or if I'm making whatever it is that I'm making my businesses, right?
Like, I have a lady. I'll name drop her, Sandy. Love her. She's the best. So much initiative. We're starting to do decorations now on donuts and stuff, and she's super excited. She's like, I want to do it. I want to. So I had Dawn Foods, it's like one of the biggest food companies in the world, or in the United States. It actually is the biggest food distributor company in the United States or something. come in. They're gonna do a decoration training for us and teach us how to do like the higher end decorations and use higher end like colored chocolates and things on our donuts. And she is so excited. She's like, "Oh, thank you for getting this for me. Like, I really wanted to learn more." And I was just like, "That's initiative." I didn't even care about the decorating donuts so much, but they brought it up. They brought it up to me. I'm like, well, if you guys want to put in the work and do it, like, I'm not gonna say no. Like, it's just an extra product that we can do. Super excited. They just started decorating. Yes, their first decorations weren't that great, but they kept getting better, and now we're having professionals come and train them because they wanted that. They took the initiative to want that. So because they wanted it, I went to Don. I'm like, hey, can you get some training for them? Can we have a professional come? And they're like, yeah, we got one for you. We'll send it over. They're actually coming on Monday to train like 3 of my staffs how to do more decorations and stuff on the donuts. So
I am going to over deliver every single time. And it's so
always.
funny to me that, you have a whole new generation of people that, because there's always been lazy people in every generation, right? That's not singular to just the people in Gen Z. But you have a whole new generation where overwhelmingly it seems like everybody is lazy. And that will never bode well. It will never translate. It will never ever make you the type of money that you want to make. And people
It
think
doesn't.
that, oh man, wait, I'm gonna wait till the situation happen. No,
You know, my father and my family has always raised me to handle people's business as if it was your own business. Like literally those exact words are said to me constantly when I was growing up. Why? Because at least for us, it's always been small businesses. Corporations and stuff is probably my parents didn't have that in mind. But when you work for people and you work for, say, someone like me, when I see you take initiative, I see you do things, I care. Like, oh shit, she's gonna do all that. Let me get her some more money. Oh, let me get her better training. Let me get her all these things that she wants. You know, when my employees ask for stuff like, oh, can we get this because it makes it more convenient for us to do these things? I don't usually say no, right? Because they're taking initiative because they want something to make their job easier so they can do a better job. That makes total sense to me.
part of the interview process is knowing whether or not you are the actual person. And I'm not just saying interview for the job. I'm saying interview for a contract, interview for an opportunity. It's your sentiment. It's how you carry yourself. It's what you post on social media. All of those things is a reflection of who you are as a worker, as a person, as an individual that get engaged, that do things that may not be for your benefit or whatever, but they can't see that. They can't see the future them. They don't even realize that this is a character flaw that
It is.
translates into
It's a huge character flaw.
every aspect of your life. You usually, if you're a lazy person in this, you're a lazy person in that. If you're a great
You know, that's probably one thing that people would never call me lazy. I call myself lazy. Others wouldn't call me lazy, but I would call myself lazy because there's many moments where I look at work and I'm just like, you know, I could probably skip work today. I could probably skip this today. I could probably do this tomorrow. I can buy supplies tomorrow. I don't do those things immediately. That's my ass being lazy. People don't see it that way, but people are like, oh, he works so hard, he does all these things. No, no, I have lazy moments constantly. I battle with myself to not be lazy because it's easier to not do something than it is to do something.
great person in this, you're a great person in that. But again, you can't teach work ethic. You can't teach, you know, initiative. You can't teach the things that ultimately make you rich. You have to show it, and then they want to say, "Oh man, put me on." No, no, I got this out the mud. I built this out the mud. It's the reason why I'm where I am and where you at.
Yep.
Process. All I did was I had my first initial call with him. I was very responsive leading up to that call, answering him right away. After the call, I sent him, he asked me to send him over like a few ideas. I sent him like 100 ideas. Nothing like crazy, but I sent him a lot of ideas, very well thought out. I put a lot of effort into it. And then I added some additional ideas and perspective. And then I also let him know other things that I could do for him if the opportunity arises, other things that I have experience in. And then I followed up 2 days later saying, would you like to meet in person? I knew the neighborhood he lived in. I said, we can meet at this time at this place on Monday afternoon. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And he told me when we got to the meeting in person that he wanted to bring me on just because of that email and just because I set the time and place
Professionalism.
and took the initiative. So I'm not trying to sound like a boomer or something and like talk down.
I want to sound like a boomer. Pull your ass by the bootstraps. I know the boomers say that a lot, but that is part of it, right? Pulling yourself out of the bootstraps is also do the things that are hard that you don't want to do that are going to build your skills, build your work ethic, build you up.
Down or anything like that. But if I get it, like, I think it's a more anxious generation. There's an issue with taking initiative and all these things. But you guys, when you move into a professional setting, people love that. They want to see the hunger, they want to see the drive.
That we
No one is
do.
going to
She just got it. I don't think that there's an age demographic. It has nothing to do with being a boomer. It's lazy boomers, it's lazy millennials,
Yes, there are.
lazy Gen Z, lazy people across the board. This has to do with winners and losers. Winners move a certain way, losers move a certain way, and you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference between people that are that really want it, that's hungry for success. Like they'll do it for free, even though you don't have to do it for free. They'll do it for free. I remember we used to have interns where
I've done a lot of things for free to get to where I'm at. A lot of things. Because I have skills. I showed them my skills. Showed it for free, but I wanted them to see my skills.
it was unpaid internships, and no matter where you worked at, like you was going in for free to prove to them that you deserve the opportunity to work for money. That
There's even moments where I've given products for free, like sandwiches and drinks and things like that. So where I went to a metal shop where they do recycling metal and stuff, and we gave them free sandwiches, free drinks. And you know what they did? They ordered like $700 worth of sandwiches and drinks from us for a Friday because they order every Friday for their employees. You kind of have to take the initiative to do things, and sometimes that thing might be costly or even free. Like free as in you didn't charge them anything, and costly as in you gave them extra product for free that cost you money. But that might translate into something else. You never know. That's initiative. It might not. Tell the truth, it might not. You might have just done all that and got nothing, but you would have gotten nothing anyways if you didn't do anything.
don't exist no more. And I'm pretty sure that there'll be people in the side of these comments that's like, ah, man, forget all of that. Ain't nobody doing all of that.
you to get everything right. They just want to hear your ideas. They want to hear what you have to say. I might not always feel like it, but they do. So try. If you're going into an entry level position, if you're applying to a ton of jobs right now, just try to take initiative, go into those interviews with ideas already in your head, and just do better. Because oh my God, all the young people I've been working with that are like in college, straight out of college, it's not been great.
A lot of people are going to hate on me for this take, but I really truly believe that if you're a guy between the ages of 20 and 30 years old and you don't have kids, maybe you're not married, you don't really have anybody that depends on you, you should be absolutely grinding, working,
Yep.
doing all kinds of things, spending extra hours, attacking goals, and just setting yourself up, because one day you're going to be a lot more busy. You're going to have people depending on you. You're going to have
It's not me just your body is not going to be able to exercise the same amount of energy and force.
other things going on. You will never have more time than you have right now. And
It's funny in this video, I looked at his comments also, and there's people like, man, skip that. I'm YOLO. What's the point of being YOLO when you broke?
Yeah,
What's the point
seriously.
of thinking that you got motion when you don't even have the capacity to be?
Life sucks when you're broke. Doesn't matter if you're still getting laid or whatever the hell it is, life still sucks when you're broke. Go out there and get some damn money, guys. Earn it.
Able to do anything financially. You know what I'm saying? And so I remember I was having a conversation with a guy, and I was, supporting him, and I was helping him out and all of this stuff. And he was actually older than me, but we were younger at the time. And so, he was going through a little transition in his life where basically he was getting divorced, and his life was in shambles. And once he got free from his situation, he was just kind of chilling, and he was just kind of mulling around like, yeah, what am I going to do? And I'm like, bro, you should have 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Yeah, I know your situation is messed up. Yes, I know that everything got jammed up, but you do realize that you have the opportunity of a lifetime to make as much money as you want to make because you don't have anything holding you back. You don't have anybody trying to figure out when you're coming home. You don't have any situation where you got to worry about it. And he just didn't get it. He couldn't see it. It just never clicked in his mind for whatever reason. And I'm like, these people are crazy. These people
Some people think they can just take their foot off the pedal and just coast the rest of their life, and they really can't.
are absolutely insane. But again, you can't teach work ethic, you can't teach hustle, you can't teach grind, bro.
Just a big believer of not trying to act like you're retired when you're 20 years old.
Okay, so I'm always hearing about how cooked the job market it is now.
What do I tell you guys? You guys tell me. I always tell you guys I'm relaxing, chilling. I tell you guys maybe I went on vacation for like because I needed it, but you guys hear me talking about grinding constantly. I'm 40. I'll be 40 this year. I'm not even in my 20s and 30s anymore, and I'm still grinding my ass off. What the fuck are you guys doing?
How nobody can find a job. Well, I'm an employer in this market, okay? I have a landscaping business and I have an employer account on Indeed. And I posted a job for them the other day offering for beginner positions $15 an hour and for a crew leader or
I offer $18 an hour. Like, I still get shitty ass candidates.
growth positions, people with experience $18 an hour up to $30 an hour, okay? This is untaxed. I send you a 1099 at the end of the year if you end up, getting paid a certain amount by me. So I get over 100 applicants on this job form, all right? Out of all 100 applicants, 85 of them either don't answer my call back to set up the trial day, or they set up the trial day and I never hear from them again. They don't show up, they ghost me, they say they got a flat tire.
You know how many interviews didn't show up on my fucking interview lists? Probably like half. That's how sad it is. And again, on Indeed and stuff like that, I try to hire like younger girls, and then through my own network, I hire the older ladies that know how to do the donut shops and run the donut shops already. And then I combine them in the same shift. Like one older lady, one younger lady, or one younger girl, and then they teach each other. One can do Uber because the older ladies can't do the technology stuff. They can't do the Uber Eats, the DoorDash stuff. They're not so good at that. So I need the younger girls to know how to do all that stuff. But the older ladies know how to run the shop. Like it's a combination of young and old to get the technology and the everything correctly.
Tire, whatever. I say, hey, send me a picture. They don't fucking send it, of course. All right, so there goes 85% of my applicants, and I would say 10 more, or probably 14 more, we'll leave one exception. They scheduled a trial day, and then there is some form of issue. Either they're sick off of drugs and they're just trying to get a single day's paycheck, or they have a terrible criminal record, just shit that makes me distraught. I had a person come out to the trial day and say they were attracted to me. Okay, mind you, I'm 19. This was like a 30-year-old man, all right? I've had, people say they're homeless, or they tell me they have a ride in a place that they live at, and they're actually homeless and they don't have a car and they don't have transportation. So there goes another 14 people. They're pedophiles, criminal record, homeless, sick off drugs, withdrawals, and it's ridiculous. And then that one person that's left over, unfortunately, I didn't get this lucky, but sometimes that's your guy. That's the guy you'll be able to trust, and unfortunately, that wasn't me. I got 0 good employees off of this job application with 100
I got one decent one. I had one really good one. I liked her a lot, but she ended up quitting because of personal reasons, and I was so sad and devastated. I was like, no, why did you quit? I needed you. But I have one decent one now, and then obviously my 3 ladies, the older ladies. I don't really consider them like normal employees because they're literally from the older generation. They're all immigrants, as in they all used to own their own donut shops also. Now they're just retired in a sense and just want an easier life. So
applicants, all right? So I don't know if it's me as an employer being the problem or if it's the job market, but in my experience, it's the people.
His situation is funny. I was listening to people respond to him.
he says manual labor.
And they were just saying, "Oh man, I'm not doing all of that for $15 an hour." Then why
Yep,
did you apply?
exactly.
Why did you apply if you didn't feel like it was going to be the job for you? But again, I've experienced this in the restaurant industry. Everybody feel like they're supposed to make $50 an hour. I've experienced this in so many different situations. I paid a person $108,000 a year, and they was just lackluster, slacking, all of that type of stuff, right? So You got to be careful of who you bring into your circle, and very
It's
few people
very
actually
hard to vet these people and find the correct person.
want to work. People just want to make money. And that's when you get all of these get rich quick schemes. Let me know what you think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon link.
You know, again, grind, guys. The only thing that you have when you're younger is time and youth. Time and youth equals energy, stronger body. Use that to get to the later stages in life with some money, right? Because the later stages in life are a little harder. Your body's not so good, health is not so good, just through time. Sometimes, even if you kept yourself good, eating well, and all these things, you never know. You don't know the future of what your body's going to be able to do. So, earn your asses off when you're young and then enjoy your later years. I think that's the better method than YOLO when you're young and then struggle for the rest of your life. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.